Zomi was a very passionate person who helped people in all parts of the world and delivered food, including during the bushfires. She delivered food to the firefighters and people who were suffering after the bushfires. She went to lots of countries, but it was Gaza where the drone strikes took her life. Dr. Mo was at the Vigil in Braidwood yesterday with the fire. They unveiled another plaque down there. And he said, we have to keep fighting in Zomi's memory. We have to keep up hope.
I knew Zomi. Zomi lived in these flats over here. Her aunt owns one. Zomi I've met 2, 3, half a dozen times. She'd be here for 4 months, 5 months. She's a lovely person. I didn't know her very well, but I know she cared about other people. I know she cared about the animals that were suffering because of the fires, a lot of work like that. That was the sort of thing she did. Yeah, I mean, like many people here, I was marching earlier today and in support of the Palestinians, and I think that's part of what we can do to keep Zomi's memory alive as well.
Yes, thank you. Peace begins when the hungry are fed. Peace begins when we see each other as a friend. Let the peace begin. Peace begins when the hungry are fed. Peace begins when we see each other as a friend. Let the peace begin. Peace begins when the hungry are fed.
And so this is called the carrying. His brother's body balancing in pieces along his spine. This bag is not heavy, he claims. Why should it be heavy? He was my little brother, and I loved him. And this life is one of always carrying, rucksack pressed into scapula, nerves pinched and discs slipped, or vertebrae upon vertebrae balancing woven baskets on our crowns sturdy. And the trick is one of distribution, to assist in long-haul carriage, so the weight bearer can continue. The survivors carry remnants of their dead in plastic bags, striving for unleavened ground.
Let there be peace. Let there be peaceful times. And let peace surround us all. And in times like these that bring us to our knees, let there be songs, let there be peace, let there be peaceful times, and let peace surround us all. Yes, in times like these that bring us to our knees, let there be peace.
Well, here in Aussie land, we can easily hide away this genocide and the hostages, but who has the power to stop? Who has the power to start? Who leaves decisions to the top where deceit and lying is an art? Our silence is deafening. It is a scam. Horrendous excuses for an honest man and honest woman as we see the daily massacres of men, women and children. And this is the disease that's bred by hate and fed by hate. It's a terror in this world. Sheer negatives of undeveloped man who cannot hear the call of ceasefire. Who has the love to turn all this around? Who has the heart to stir the fallow ground. It's up to us who can hear the sound. It's up to us to turn it all around.
Yet still the teacher strums his guitar. Children, listen. That drone? Yes, F sharp. That explosion? Very good. B flat. You are fast learners, he wants to say. And they want to smile. The canvas tent in which they learn is either glacial or scalding. But still their pitch is perfect. And all the great soloists agree, the cellist of Sarajevo, the fiddler of Kiev, the oud player of Rafa. When war brings us noise, then we must make music.
And everyone neath their vine and fig tree shall live in peace and unafraid. And into plowshares turn their swords, nations shall learn war no more. And into plowshares turn their swords, nations shall learn war no more. Love to your neighbour and love to the spirit of all life. Love to your neighbour and love to the spirit of all life.
I've just got a short quote from Mahmoud Darwish, who was a Palestinian poet. If the olive trees knew the hands that planted them, their oil would become tears.
Dave and I saw a film called Nippers for Gaza. Pretty amazing film, sort of made by the North Stain Surf Lifesaving Club just before the war, the current phase of the war started, and they actually brought some Gazans from Gaza to learn about surf lifesaving at North Stain, which is just north of the beach, the north part of the beach at Manly. And then they went back to Gaza and started training the nippers, which is if you've ever been surf lifesaving, it's the young kids learning that skills and discipline and fun. And such a powerful film because a number of those kids have been killed.
I'm Zomi's aunt. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm here. We got back early. I've been down at another vigil down in Braidwood, and it's very moving to see that people care so much still for her, and like we do. And also, there's quite a lot happening this weekend. So there was the Braidwood Vigil and Memorial, and Dr. Mohammed Mustafa spoke down there as well, and her brother. Tomorrow morning at 7:30, there's a declaration by Penny Wong and I think a number of other nations to care for aid workers, and to the UN. Mal, my nephew, he's been flown over to be there, and Penny Wong is going to tie a ribbon for her. It's the least she can do, I think. But I would like to see a bit more energy from our government. But I guess they are doing something, which is good. And if you want to watch that, it's being live streamed on YouTube at 7:30 tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at 7:30. So it's about 5:30 New York time at the UN. They're making the declaration, and Zomi will be mentioned there as well. So if you want to have a look, and we can use it as a springboard, I think, to get the government to do a bit more, really, to look after our humanitarian aid workers. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for coming and honouring and remembering Zomi. She was special. Okay, thank you, everyone.
It's just very, very moving and very special that you're here, and to remember this wonderful young woman. And I know that all over the world there's groups meeting and marching and, you know, writing letters, and there must be millions and millions of people all around the world who know what is so wrong. And then there's all the flotilla who are in the Mediterranean, and I don't know, 44 nations I think, and, you know, I don't know how many different boats, but I'm really mindful of those people on the boats, and sending them good wishes for their safety and for their I'm from Aotearoa, New Zealand, and there's a young 18-year-old son of a friend who's on one of those boats. He's very young, and I've spent some time with Anne Wright, who's been working with the flotillas for over 14 years. There's been a group of them constantly sending boats to Gaza, constantly, and the bravery to face the Israeli army, who seem to be so cruel. So I just ask that we just remember and we send them, and, you know, it's almost like we just need, you know, miracles like the birds have stopped, things can change. We have to keep hoping. It is so depressing, but it's, you know, if we give up, we can't afford to give up.